Giants fans, I am tired of losing. We are 0-5. We should have beat this Cowboy team. There were execution issues. There were huge ref issues, and if you don't think that the referees helped at all in that game, I don't know what game you were watching. Um, Andrew Thomas is gonna get Daniel Jones killed if he doesn't figure it out. At this point, like I think Thomas should go to right tackle and put Cam Fleming at left. Um, Jones did fumble, but he's looking down the field, and Thomas just lets it could have been Alden Smith just come in and plow him. He had no idea he was going to get hit. So you could blame that on Daniel Jones if you want, but I don't think that was Jones. That's Thomas. Thomas, put him at right tackle. Let Cam Fleming, who's been in the league for years, move to left. Put Matt Burton. Do something different on that offensive line where he's not having to run around all the time. Let's get into stats. Jones was 20 of 33 for 222. Freeman has emerged as the premier back for the Giants, which I've been wanting. He had 17 attempts for 60 yards and a touchdown. Gallman had 5 for 24. Slayton had a big day. It's good to. There was a couple things that I liked. Just, just a quick, stat. Um, in the second half, Jones was taking shots down the field to Slayton. We got to do more of that. Slayton had 11 receptions for 129. It would have been more if that stupid pick move, which was ticky tacky. Tate was 5 for 42. Ingram had a rushing touchdown. Fackrell had a big interception on defense. And then he stiff armed the hell out of Zeke, which was pretty cool to see. But at the end of the game, when you're tied 34 all, and realistically all you have to do is hold the ball and kick a field goal, and you don't come away with points, and then Dallas gets the ball back. Now Gallup, he had two big catches down the sideline. That first one, for 19 yards, it should have been called back because I don't know if it was Dexter Lawrence or Leonard Williams, but they were getting in hard on Eddie Dalton. And their offensive lineman had him across, and he couldn't do anything. He's going like this. Wasn't called. I'm yelling, throw a flag. It should have been a flag. There was a fake field goal with Ingram. He had a touchdown. And they said another ticky-tack call of that Cam Fleming was not set. From everything, when he was down, then they stopped the ball. It could have been for, you know, a millisecond or even a half second or a second. I thought he was down enough where it would have been good. It just with the refs on those couple of calls and the execution on defense at the end, we all knew that the defensive backs would be a bit of an issue. Um, you've just got to get your arm up. You got to do something there. Like being 0-5 is just awful. Here's the only good thing is everybody else in the division sucks too. The Cowboys could go to Arizona and lose Monday night, and we could beat the. I hope we've got to beat the Redskins. We've got to beat the Redskins. Like we should be going into having a second win. Um, I was encouraged by Jason Garrett. It seemed like the offensive playbook was open more. Daniel Jones was throwing the ball down the field more. They just the defense this time they played good, and then they just didn't play good at the time. So it's tough being a Giants fan right now. Um, Offensive line, Jones has no protection. Excuse me. That's just awful. We only have a couple good DBs. Logan Ryan, Bradbury has been good, but then aside from that, you question, what do you do? when Gallup is getting the like it is, and I mean even defensively on the defensive line, they were getting pressure, um, but I could see why Marcus Golden hasn't been playing a lot because he's over pursuing. There was one where it was just a little at the beginning of the game, a little pass to the tight end, but he homed right in on Ezekiel Elliott, and he had to backtrack. You can't do that. It's gonna lose your games. You have to execute. Um, we have to go into Washington this week and bring the good that we did into that game. I believe we go Washington, Philadelphia, Washington. There's a whole bunch of divisional games. I think like 5 in a row or something like that. They gotta come out with they've got to come out with 3 wins. Let's just be completely honest. 3 wins, and I think they're still in the mix in the NFC East. The offense has to keep going, but the defense, on when you're facing big teams like the Cowboys, who have a lot of weapons, you've got to do better. So, 0-5 Giants fans. That's just awful, just ridiculous. You got to stop the losing. I'm sure all Giants fans are tired of the losing. They just got to figure it out. They got to get better. You hear every week, get better, get better, and it looked like they were better on offense this week, but you gotta execute better. I don't know. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button and give me a like. Thanks for watching, everybody.